Hello everyone, welcome to this session on personal interview. So guys, I'm sure you watched the part 1 of this video series wherein we had Vaishali here with us from IIM Shillong guiding us on how our group discussion preparation should be. And guys, this is part 2 of the video wherein she'll be providing you such lucid and crisp analysis as the previous video on how to go about personal interview preparation. So before I hand it over to Vaishali and she takes you through the entire video, guys, I want everybody, all of you, to press the like, share and subscribe button and join the group Unacademy _Ritu Dudhoria for your complete VARC preparation. So let's hear it from Vaishali, guys. Vaishali, I would like you to introduce yourself to the students, those who have not already watched you, because I'm sure, guys, you all remember Vaishali from the IIM B School Conclave. So over to you, Vaishali, and guys, she will be giving you the analysis of the types of PI questions, how to answer when you don't know the answer, and the general PI etiquettes. Okay, over to you, Vaishali.
Thank you so much, Ritu. Hello, aspirants. This is Vaishali Matpal from IIM Shillong, and today I'll be helping you out with the PI questions. So let us begin with the category of questions. Usually, most of the questions can be put into 3 buckets. The first is the academic questions, the second is the current affairs questions, and the third is the HR questions. So let us begin with the academic questions. So some of the best academic questions are named theorems. Let's say, for example, law of marginal utility. What's that? What's Euler's theorem? So just go back to your undergrad. Whatever named theorems you can find, please expect them in your personal interview, because these are the easiest questions to ask and also the application of such questions. Now, another way to go about it, the academic questions, is that you do not necessarily have to mug up the entire syllabus spanning 3 years or 4 years of your undergraduate. You can pick up a few subjects. So I myself am a computer science engineer, so I picked up subjects like statistics, graph theory, and there I picked up a few, named theorems and the famous questions that are generally asked. So you don't have to pick up the entire syllabus, pick up a few subjects. And then you can focus on those subjects, because most probably the interviewer will ask you, what were your favorite subjects, or what subjects have you prepared? So you can just point out that economics was my favorite subject, or statistics was my favorite subject, and then prepare it well. Coming to the current affairs part, what I would suggest is please have an informed opinion about current affairs. Now, if I ask you what is your opinion on the farmers' bill that was recently released, please do not answer by saying I do not support it or I do support it. Always start with the facts. Sir, the provisions of this the provisions of this bill is XYZ. The pros of it is this, the cons of it is this, and in my opinion, this is wrong, or this is right, or with slight changes, this can be made right. So do not start with the conclusion, start with the facts. This will show that you have an informed opinion on things. And, similarly, you can go through all the things that are currently happening in the nation the past 6 months. You can look at the presidential elections, the India-China relations. Something, usually current affairs questions are very easy. You may have heard about it. So it's not that difficult task, but just have, facts behind your opinions. Coming to the HR questions. HR questions are the make or break in your personal interview. And if you do this part wrong, you're out of the whole process. So prepare your HR questions really, really well. Prepare a very good introduction. Your introduction should ideally be about 2 to 3 minutes, because every interview typically starts with your introduction. So prepare a very good, well-balanced introduction. You can include things like, your name, the place you come from, your undergrad, your work experience, your hobbies, and then you can conclude it at that. Do not keep it longer than 3 minutes. It bores the interviewers. And apart from that, please prepare general HR questions like, why do you want to do MBA? Why this particular college? Why not masters in your own domain? Why not MTech? Why not MS or any other thing? These kind of questions, please prepare them well. They'll be asked definitely in the interview. And these are the make or break questions, because For example, if I ask you what's the currency of Bhutan, somebody would know it, somebody would not know it. But if I ask you why I am Shillong, almost everybody will have an answer to that. And that makes it even more difficult to answer something that makes you stand apart. So prepare that answer very well. One very easy way to go about it is to always have a balance of professional and personal answer, right? For example, for why I am Shillong, you can say something along the lines of, sir, this college offers X, Y, Z things, and this is something that will help me in my career. Apart from that, there's also a very personal reason why I want to join IIM Shillong. There's a senior of mine. She did the same. She was from my same engineering college, and she joined IIM Shillong. And I kind of followed her journey through her Facebook and Instagram pages, and I was mesmerized by the college life that she had. So it was a very personal thing to me, and it was a dream to study in your college. So, this is a very well balanced answer. You have a professional reason, you also have a personal reason. So it makes a very genuine answer. So have such genuine answers why you want to do MBA. A quote from your personal life. It can be just a 1-minute anecdote. Why would you want to do MBA? You were mesmerized by the HR of your company. So you wanted to take up HR. You think marketing was a great job for you, or you were, finance interested you. Anything from your personal life that makes you sound more genuine. So that is all about the HR questions. Moving on to the next part is what to do when you don't know the answer. Now, this is a very difficult situation. And at some point in every interview, you'll be in this spot where you don't know the answer to the question. So a very good way to go about it is to accept that you don't know the answer. So basically, definitely the interviewers are more learned than you, and you just cannot do guesswork there. So a good way to go about it is to accept that you don't know and what you will do about it. Basically, what I am trying to judge is what is your approach to a situation like this. So if you ask me a question, if I'm a candidate and I do not know the answer, this is how I would answer. Sir, I cannot recall the answer at this moment, but I think this question relates to this topic and this is how I can get to it. You see, I do not know the answer, I accept it, but I believe that this topic is somewhere in this subject and this is how I can get to it. So I tell you the approach, how I'll figure out the answer to that question. So it shows that even if I don't know stuff, I know the approach and I have the interest to actually know that I have the path to reach there. So this is how you can go about it, accept that you don't know, and just suggest them that this is how I'll get to this answer. Now, coming to one more point is what to do in stressful situations. Now, I'll tell you a very interesting fact about human psychology that at times, since MBA is a very demanding course and even the jobs that follow are very stressful, most of the interviews are stress interviews at some point. They'll start asking you questions, they'll start belittling you. You have less marks in 10th, less marks in 12th. Why so less marks in engineering, XYZ? So what they're trying to do is they're trying to put you in a situation, in a stressful situation. Imagine 3 people literally shouting at you. इसके तो 10th में इतने कम मार्क्स आए, अरे हमें तो इंजीनियर चाहिए ही नहीं. अच्छा, he could not answer that question also. नहीं बेटा, why do you want to come here? You're not prepared. Come next year. So what they'll try to do is they'll try to speak faster and louder. And we as humans try to imitate the other person. So if I'm speaking faster, the aspirant, the interviewee would try to reply faster to me. Do not do that. What they are trying to judge is how you react to situations. If you're sitting in a particular posture, if you're speaking in a particular tone, and they start shouting at you, what they are trying to see is how you react to it. They're not at all interested in your answers. So if you can answer well enough, if you cannot answer, just maintain your tone of voice. The tone you began with. Do not try to imitate them. And this is something we do subconsciously. They'll start speaking faster, you'll start replying faster. And this will show that you react to situations. You cannot handle stress. So do not do this. If a situation like this happens, stay calm. Sit the way you were sitting. Do not slouch, do not move, do not speak faster. Maintain your calm. is one of the situations to handle stress. Another way to actually be very well prepared is to prepare your set of weaknesses. Now, everybody will focus on your strengths, but these weaknesses are something that you'll be grilled on. You had less marks in engineering, you had less marks in 12th, you're an engineer, anything that you feel is your weakness, prepare it well. Have an answer to it. Why did you have less marks in engineering? I myself had really less marks in engineering, and this is what I prepared. I said that, sir, at this time I started my engineering, the startup India had just begun, and there were a lot of startups coming up. And I thought that I should explore myself more. And I started working in a lot of startups. And in at one point, I did gain a lot of experience, but I did lose out on my marks somewhat. But given a choice, I would still go back for that experience, and I would gladly lose out on 10 percentage points. So you see, I was really prepared for an answer. I had really bad marks in engineering, but I was prepared for an answer. So I would suggest prepare a list of all your weaknesses and have an answer to that. And it is all right. No person is perfect. You have less marks in some place. You have a gap year. Have an explanation to that, and that will make you more confident. But at the same time, if you are yourself doubting, you're doubting yourself that this college focuses on diversity, you're an engineer, or this college will not take you because you have less strength marks. What will happen is the moment they start grilling you, it will show on your face. So use your weaknesses as your biggest armor and use it to fight against them. Have an explanation to everything, and it is perfectly all right. Every candidate has some set of weaknesses in their CVs, so it's perfectly fine. So that is one of the tricks. And apart from that, I think, yes, everything is covered. Maintain your calm. One of the PI etiquettes, yes, please dress up really well for the interview. I would suggest girls to, tie their hair, because what we subconsciously do is when we are stressed, we tend to touch our face, we tend to touch our hair, and that looks really bad. This shows that you are stressed. This shows that you are underconfident. So dress up really well, sit straight, and preferably tie your hair, look presentable, look formal, and enter with a smile, maintain eye contact. I know it is very difficult. Some of the professors can be really intimidating, but try to maintain eye contact. Sometimes it happens that two of the professors are asking questions, but the third is just noticing you. He or she will never ask any question. He's just noticing you. Try to involve the third person as well. Speak towards the third person as well. It shows that you're taking everybody along, even if that question wasn't asked by that interviewer in the first place. So look at everybody equally, answer everybody equally, and maintain your tone of voice. So for example, this is how I'm speaking to you right now. Do not, change the tone of your voice. It shows that you're confident even in stressful situations. So these are some of the PI etiquettes. I hope they might be of help, and they helped me big time. So all the very best to you.
Thank you so much, Vaishali. That was really great. It was so specific and to the point. I'm sure, guys, I'm sure all of you have questions. Stress interview ke bare mein aapne bataya, which was really great. I'm sure, please make sure that you're focusing on these non-verbal cues. Please make sure that you're focusing on these subconscious, ways in which we can change our behavior during stressful situations. At the same time, it was very great about how you shared about the approach, and the most important tip that I felt from your conversation, and which is my greatest takeaway, and trust me, Vaishali, I'm going to share it with all the students as well, is guys, please preempt the questions, prepare a list of your weaknesses, and have an explanation for all of them, because that is what they are going to target you on. Right? So that was really great, Vaishali. Thank you so much for sharing these great insights with all our students. So guys, I'm sure now you're confident enough to take up the interviews, and no hesitation. So please make sure, guys, because I want to see your face on this wall. I want to see your face, guys, as an IIM Shillong alumni, as an IIM, as an NMIMS alumni, as a Symbiosis alumni. So please make sure that you implement these points. Take the Plus subscription. There are GDPI VAT training courses, batches running on Plus. Just use the code Ritu MBA. See you in our special classes daily. Enroll for the ongoing batches using the code Ritu MBA. Select the price point. I want all of you to take the Plus subscription. Guys, the entire process, be it lectures, be it mock tests, be it sectionals, be it GDPI preparation, be it strategy sessions, all on Plus. All you have to do is to choose the plan that best works out for you and apply the code Ritu MBA. Okay, thank you everyone, Ritu MBA, and I will see you all soon. Thank you so much, and thanks a lot, Vaishali. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
My pleasure.